This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my video discussing just my general fears for the Acolyte, which premieres tonight. And this isn't even fully about the quality of the show. That I honestly don't really care either way if it's great or terrible, although I do hope it is great. And although I feel with good certainty it could be terrible, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what this is going to do to the Star Wars fan base. And to be fully honest, I think that this is going to be the next Last Jedi, where there's going to be parts of the fan base that completely love this, parts that completely hate it. There's going to be people from the media that are attacking Star Wars fans, saying that anyone who dislikes this is going to be sexist or racist, and that's just really what I'm not looking forward to. Because there are going to be those who are, although a small minority, will be very loud and will be just fully hating this because there's a woman or someone of color in this, and I know that a majority of people who will have problems with this, it'll be for the story and for some really just dumb things that they could do with this. There's also the fact that this is potentially going to be retconning the greatest Star Wars novel ever, which is Darth Plagueis, and that is the one Star Wars book that I recommend every Star Wars fan reads. And people are going to completely ignore this. They're going to have people from the media that will take that vocal minority, the ones that are going to be the worst of the worst, and blame that on everyone who has any problems with it. And that's just my fear. I feel like this is just about to destroy the Star Wars fan base again. And that's just my greatest fear for this. Is that I don't even really care if the show is great or not. Although I do hope it is. That's where my fears are. My fear is this is just going to be destructive for the Star Wars fans. There's going to be the two groups that are going to either love this or hate this no matter what it is. And those are the people who are just completely loyal to Star Wars and will love anything that ever is released. And then there are those that have already talked about how terrible this is and cannot betray their audience, who expect them to be trashing the show no matter if it's good or not, and that's their entire personality. Those are mainly people they'll be talking online, but there will be some of those who, although not trying to get to an audience, will just stick to loving Star Wars or hating anything from it, no matter what, because it was involved with Disney. And this is just, it's going to be a mess and a nightmare and a disaster. I really just am not looking forward to what's about to happen to the Star Wars fan base over the next months, and that's just my greatest fear for this. I feel it's almost guaranteed to happen, and although I do wish that this is either seen as universally great or universally terrible, there's just no way that's going to happen. And I feel like this is almost certainly going to be destroying the Star Wars fan base. But yeah, honestly, those are just some of my biggest fears. And although not as big as this, there's also some terrible things it can do to the story of Star Wars. There's a fairly good chance this can go and make the Sith seem like they're either good guys or not that bad, and make the Jedi look like they're truly evil and there was something wrong with them the entire time. This is something terrible they could do, and is something I really, really hope they don't do. That's still going to be extremely destructive to Star Wars, and it would be very devastating to what people think of it. But that's just not as bad as what this might do to the fan base. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you think. Do you think I'm kind of overreacting here? Do you think I'm underreacting, or do you think I'm just about right? Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.